केमिस्ट्री का सेशन खत्म ही तो हो गया। 11 और 12 का तो कंप्लीट हो गया। जाके तुम प्लेलिस्ट में देख लो जरा कि बायो का अभी हम करने ह्यूमन फिजियोलॉजी है। बचा है तो सिर्फ डाइवर्सिटी यूनिट और बाकी सारे यूनिट हमने कंप्लीट कर लिए। तुम कब जाओगे और प्लेलिस्ट चेक करोगे? ঠিক আছে? তো পুনৰ এবাৰ তোমালোকক ৱেলকাম জনাইছোঁ আমাৰ এই প্ৰথম এডুকেট আছামলৈ। তো আজি আমি হিউমেন ফিচাৰ ইউনিট কৰিবলৈ গৈ আছোঁ এণ্ড বাকী তোমালোকে গানত বুজিলা চাগে কি কি কমপ্লিট হ'ল কি কি কমপ্লিট নাই হোৱা। বায়'লজিৰ আজি এইটো কমপ্লিট কৰি পিনি আৰু অকল ডাইভাৰ্চিটি ইউনিট বাকী থাকিব আৰু আমি ৰেষ্ট ইউনিট বায়'লজি কমপ্লিট কৰিলোঁ যিটো তুমি প্লেলিষ্টত পাই যাবা আৰু 11 টুৱেল্ভৰ কমপ্লিট কেমিষ্ট্ৰি ফিজিকেল অৰ্গেনিক ইনঅৰ্গেনিক 11 টুৱেল্ভৰ চব চেপ্টাৰ্ছ কভাৰ কৰাই হৈ গ'ল। ঠিক আছে, কুৱেশ্যন প্ৰেক্টিছ কৰাই হৈ গ'ল। তো এইটো ভিডিঅ'ত আমি breathing and exchange of gases, body fluid circulation, excretory production and elimination, locomotion and movement, neural control and coordination, chemical control and coordination এইকেইটা কৰিম বাট উলোটা পুল্টাকে কৰিম। প্ৰথম চেপ্টাৰ এইটো হ'ব, দ্বিতীয় চেপ্টাৰ যিকোনো এটা হ'ব, তেনেকে মই এৰেঞ্জ কৰি থোৱা আছে। অ'কে, চ' নাও লেটছ মুভ অন। গানটো কেনেকে লাগে কমেণ্টত কৈ দিবা হা। অ'কে, নাও চোৱা, ব্ৰেথিং এণ্ড এক্সচেঞ্জ অফ গেছেছ। তো ৰেস্পিৰেটৰী অৰ্গেনছ এণ্ড হিউমেন ৰেস্পিৰেটৰী চিষ্টেম। ফাৰ্ষ্ট কুৱেশ্যন কি আছে? Primary function of the respiratory system is क्या? Primary function of the respiratory system तुम्हारा क्या? Nutrient absorption है, gas exchange है, hormone secretion, obviously gas exchange होगा, एक बार doubt है। In humans, respiratory passage begins through pharynx ने, larynx ने, nostrils ने, trachea. What do you think? The answer is nostrils. Okay. Next one. Nasal chamber mainly helps in blood circulation and filtration and warming of air and digestion and voice production. The answer is B, that is filtration of warming of air. Okay. The pharynx act as a common passage for food and air নে কি হ'ব? এইটো এনসাৰ জানাই, ফুড এণ্ড এয়াৰে হয়। অপশ্যন টুয়ে গম পাইছা নহয় জানো? তাৰপিছত the epiglottis prevents food from entering esophagus নে pharynx নে trachea নে nasal chamber. The answer is trachea. Okay. Next. Voice box in human is কি হ'ব? Trachea হ'ব নে bronchus হ'ব নে larynx হ'ব নে pharynx হ'ব? The answer is C, that is larynx. Trachea is supported by body rings নে cartilage rings নে tendons নে muscular valves. The answer is 7B, that is cartilaginous ring. A right lung differs from left lung because it is smaller and breathes trilobe. Lex pleura may contains cardiac nodes. The answer is B, that is it is trilobe. Okay. Next now, exchange of gases mainly occurs through bronchi ne, bronchioles ne, alveoli ne, trachea. The answer is alveoli. Okay. Human lungs are converted extremely by peritoneum ne, pleura ne, pericardium ne, perimysium. What do you think? The answer is B, that is pleura. Pleura. Sorry, pleura. Okay. Next now, pleural fluid mainly helps in blood formation ne, তোমার reducing কি কয় friction during breathing ne, digestion ne, hormone transport. What do you think? The answer is pleural fluid mainly helps in reducing friction during breathing. Okay. Next one, functional residual capacity represents volume of air inspired forcibly remaining after normal expiration and remaining after forced expiration and inspired after tidal inspiration. What is the answer? B, that is remaining after normal expiration. আমি normally শ্বাসটো ওলাই দিয়াৰ পিছত যিমান এয়াৰ বাচি যায় তাকে আমি functional residual capacity বুলি কওঁ। Residual volume prevents gas exchange নে lung collapse নে inspiration নে expiration. What is the answer? B, that is lung collapse. Okay. Next now. Okay, now the next topic is mechanism of breathing. Normal breathing involves only lungs, diaphragm and intercostal muscles, cardiac muscles only, abdominal muscles only. The answer is B, that is diaphragm and intercostal muscles. During inspiration, diaphragm becomes dome-shaped, relaxed, flattened, contracted upward. The answer is C, that is flattened. Okay. Now next question. External intercostal muscles during inspiration are relaxed, contract, degenerate, become inactive. What do you think? The answer is B, that is contract. Okay. Next now, increase in thoracic volume during inspiration causes increase in intrapulmonary pressure and decrease in interpulmonary pressure and no pressure change like complete lung collapse. The answer is B, that is decrease in intrapulmonary pressure. Okay. Next now, Expiration during normal breathing is generally active ne, passive ne, absent ne, forced always. The answer is passive. Okay. Next, maximum volume inspired after normal inspiration. Maximum volume inspired after normal inspiration. Tidal volume বুলি কোৱা হয় নে, residual volume বুলি কোৱা হয় নে, inspiratory reserve volume বুলি কোৱা হয় নে, vital capacity বুলি কোৱা হয়? The answer is C, that is inspiratory reserve volume. Okay, next one. Tidal volume in healthy adult is approximately. Yeah? Tidal volume in healthy adult is approximately 1200 ml হ'ব নে, 2500 ml হ'ব নে, 500 ml হ'ব নে, 4500? I think এইটো answer তুমি কমেণ্টত দিবা নেকি? Okay, let's give this homework. Okay, okay. Vital capacity equals vital capacity equals কি হ'ব? TV plus RV নে IRV plus TV plus ERV নে TV plus RV plus ERV নে RV plus IRV? What do you think? The answer is VC is equal to IRV plus TV plus ERV. কোনটো হয় অপশনটো? IRV plus TV plus ERV, that is D. Okay. So spirometer is used to measure কি হয়? Blood pressure নে heart rate নে lung volume and capacity নে oxygen saturation? The answer is C, that is lung volume and capacity. Next, force expedition mainly involves external intercostal, internal intercostals, and abdominal muscles. Diagram only, ne pleura only. That is B, that is internal intercostal and abdominal muscles. Okay, next now. Exchange of gases. Gas exchange across respiratory membrane occurs mainly by active transport, ne, osmosis, ne, diffusion, ne, filtration. What do you think? The answer is C, that is diffusion. Partial pressure of oxygen in is highest in deoxygenated blood में alveoli यानी tissue ने venous blood. What do you think? Answer কি হ'ব? The answer is that is alveolar air তোমাৰ partial pressure of oxygen চবতকৈ বেছি হয়, highest. Okay. Now question number 26, that is respiratory membrane mainly consists of one layer only, three major layers, five cartilage layers, muscle fibers only. The answer is three major layers. Okay. কি কি থাকে? এপিথিলিয়াম থাকে, এলভিওলাৰ এপিথিলিয়াম, থ্ৰী মেজৰ তোমাৰ লেয়াৰবোৰ কি থাকে? সৰ্বপ্ৰথম এলভিওলাৰ এপিথিলিয়াম থাকে, নেক্সটত থাকে বেসমেন্ট মেমব্ৰেন, বেসমেন্ট মেমব্ৰেন, তাৰপিছত কি থাকে? কেপিলাৰী এণ্ডোথিলিয়াম, কেপিলাৰী এণ্ডোথিলিয়াম. Okay, next one. Oxygen diffuses from alveoli into blood because blood pressure is higher, ne? Partial pressure of oxygen is higher in alveoli, ne? Nitrogen concentration is low, ne? Hemoglobin is present. What do you think? The question number 27 or answer কি হ'ব? Answer B, that is pressure of oxygen is higher in alveoli. Okay. Next, carbon dioxide transport in blood occurs mainly by dissolved gas only, carbinohemoglobin only, ne bicarbonate ions, ne carbonic acid only. Okay, the answer is C, that is bicarbonate ions. Oxyhemoglobin formation mainly occurs in tissues, ne alveoli, ne liver, ne kidneys. The answer is B, that is oxyhemoglobin formation mainly occurs in B number alveoli. Okay. Actually occurs in a near alveoli. Okay, near alveoli. Okay, next question. Binding affinity. Binding affinity of hemoglobin for oxygen is influenced by pH and PCO2 ne glucose only ne calcium only ne plasma protein. The answer is A, that is pH and PCO2. Bohr effect refers to increased O2 affinity at high CO2 ne reduce O2 affinity at high CO2 ne increase CO2 transport ne reduce bicarbonate formation. The answer is B, that is reduced O2 affinity at high CO2. Okay. Carbonic anhydrase mainly catalyzes conversion of oxygen to oxyhemoglobin, ne CO2 and water to carbonic acid, ne glucose to glycogen, ne proteins to amino acid. কি হ'ব পাৰে? Question 32. Question 32 answer to হ'ব B, that is CO2 and water to carbonic acid. Okay, next now. Percentage saturation of hemoglobin with oxygen is represented by Bohr curve होगा ने oxygen dissociation curve होगा ने growth curve होगा ने cardiac curve होगा. What do you think? Hmm? The answer is B, that is oxygen dissociation curve. Now next question, question number 34. Oxygen dissociation curves is linear ने circular ने sigmoid ने parabolic. I think your answer तुम्हारे comment पावा homework. Okay. In tissues, oxyhemoglobin dissolves mainly due to high O2 মানে high pressure of O2, high pressure of carbon dioxide, high PCO2 and low pH ने low temperature. The answer is C, that is high CO2 and low pH. Okay. Next topic, there is transport of gases. About 97% of oxygen is transported by plasma proteins ने RBC cytoplasm only ने hemoglobin ने platelets. The answer is C, that is hemoglobin. Okay. Next question, carbino hemoglobin is formed when O2 combines with hemoglobin and CO2 combines with hemoglobin and nitrogen combines with hemoglobin and iron combines with oxygen. The answer is B, that is CO2 combines with hemoglobin. Chloride shift mainly helps in oxygen transport ने bicarbonate transport ने protein transport ने hormone secretion. The answer is B, that is bicarbonate transport. Okay, next question, that is question number 39. The questions are highest concentration of bicarbonate ion in blood is found in plasma and RBC, net platelets only, net lymph only, net serum proteins only. The answer is A, that is plasma and RBC. Hemoglobin acts as buffer mainly by releasing glucose, maintaining blood pH, digesting proteins, net forming platelets. The answer is B, that is hemoglobin acts as an important buffer by maintaining blood pH. Okay. Now, next topic, regulation and respiration. Respiratory rhythm center is located at cerebellum, medulla oblongata, and hypothalamus. The answer is C, that is medulla oblongata. Okay, next one. Pneumotaxic. कैसे? Pneumotaxic center is present in केवल बोन्सर আছে নে মেডুলাত আছে নে cerebrum আছে নে spinal cord আছে. The answer is A, that is regulated in bones. Okay, pneumatic center is present in bones. Okay. Next now, question number 43. Major stimulus for respiration under normal condition is decrease in oxygen, increase in carbon dioxide, increase in nitrogen, decrease in hemoglobin. The answer is B, that is rise in blood CO2. না জানো? কি হবো? Rise in blood CO2 is strongest stimulus for normal respiration. মানে major stimulus for respiration under normal condition, that is increase in carbon dioxide বলে. Okay, chemosynthetic areas mainly responds to কি হবো? Chemosynthetic area mainly responds to কি হবো? Blood glucose increase H plus concentration blood proteins calcium deficiency. The answer is B, that is increased H plus concentration. Next, peripheral chemoreceptors are mainly located in your liver kidney aortic and carotid bodies lungs. The answer is C, that is aortic and carotid bodies. Okay. The next topic is respiratory disorders. Asthma mainly involves reduced IBC formation, inflammation of narrowing of bronchioles, cardiac failure, kidney malfunction. The answer is B, that is inflammation and narrowing of bronchioles. Emphysema is characterized by fibrosis of liver, damage to alveolar walls, increased hemoglobin, thickening of liver. The answer is B, that is damage to alveolar walls. Occupational respiratory disorder caused by silica dust is pneumonia, tuberculosis, silicosis, asthma. Silica dust, silico. The answer is C. এনেকুৱাকে তুমি টোক্কা মাৰিব পৰা মানে কেতিয়াবা কেতিয়াবা হৈ যায় ন silicosis, হয় নাই? Next now, pneumonia commonly affects alveoli, kidney, heart valves, liver cells. What do you think? The answer is A, that is alveoli. So, cigarette smoking increases risk of improved alveolar elasticity, respiratory disorders, for increased oxygen transport, and reduced mucus secretion. That is respiratory disorders. And here our first chapter of human feature, that is breathing and exchange of gases, completed within 50 questions. আমি এই চ্যাপ্টারে 50টা কোয়েশ্চন কৰিলো ঠিক আছে so next chapter কি হবলৈ গৈ আছে guess any guesses next chapter we are going to deal with is locomotion and movement okay now let's begin Types of movement and muscular system. Movement of cilia in trachea mainly helps in digestion, respiration, or in removal of muscle and dust, dust circulation. What is the answer? C, that is removal of mucus and dust. Okay. Change in position of entire body is called growth, locomotion, irritability, metabolism. It is জানে, that is B number হ'ব answer to that is locomotion. Okay. তাৰপিছত amoeboid movement in human is shown by osteocytes, RBCs, leukocytes, chondrocytes. The answer is C, that is leukocytes. Human skeletal muscles are smooth and involuntary, straight and voluntary, branch and involuntary, non-straighted and voluntary. কি হ'ব? The answer is B, that is straighted and voluntary. Functional unit of skeletal muscle. কি হ'ব? Skeletal muscle or functional unit কি? Neuron, sarcomere, tendon, osteon. The answer is B. That is sarcomere. B, B, B. Okay. Next question. That is question number 6. Muscle fibers are enclosed by sarcolemma, neurolemma, perimysium, endosteum. That is A. That is sarcolemma. Contractile proteins of muscle are keratin and collagen, actin and myosin, tubular and elastin, albumin and globin. Okay, the answer is B. That is actin and myosin. Thin filaments in muscle mainly contain myosin, troponin only, actin, keratin. The answer is C. That is actin. Okay. Next question. Let's move to question number 9. কি হয়? Thick filaments of skeletal muscle are mainly composed of কি হ'ব? Actin হ'ব নে, myosin হ'ব নে, troponin হ'ব নে, tropomyosin হ'ব? Then B, that is myosin. Sarcomere extends between two edge zones, two A bands, two Z lines, two I bands. I think মই তোমালোকক এইটো homework দিছো কাৰণ তোমালোকে ইয়াৰ লগতে ডায়াগ্ৰাম এবাৰো চাই ল'বা হা। এইটো তোমালোকে এনসাৰ কৰিবা বাট ডায়াগ্ৰাম চাই মেলি এনসাৰ কৰিবাচোন, ঠিক আছে? তেতিয়া তোমালোকে সেই ডায়াগ্ৰামটো ৰিভাইজ হৈ যাব। Edge zone mainly contains thin filaments only, thick filaments only, actin and myosin equally, troponin only. Okay, question number 11, that is B, that is thick filaments only. Next, question number 12. During muscle contraction, length of A band decreases, I band decreases, thick filament decreases, and sarcomere increases. The answer is B, that is I band decreases. Okay. Next question. Calcium ions are mainly stored in Golgi body, sarcoplasmic reticulum, lysosomes, nucleus. The answer is B, that is sarcoplasmic reticulum. Okay. Now, next question, that is question number 14. Neuromuscular junction refers to junction between two muscles, muscle and tendon, motor neuron and muscle fiber, and bone and ligament. The answer is C, that is motor neuron and muscle fiber. So, neurotransmitter released at neuromuscular junction is dopamine, acetylcholine, adrenaline, serotonin. What do you think? The answer is B, that is acetylcholine. Next topic is mechanism of muscle contraction. Okay. Sliding filament theory was proposed by Pune Display, Darwin and Lemmer, Huxley and Hansen, Watson and Crick, Stevenson. এইটোও নহয়, এইটোও নহয়, এইটোও নহয়। তো বাচিলে কি? এইটো বি, তো এইটোৱে হ'ব। ঠিক আছে? Muscle contraction occurs due to shortening of actin filaments, shortening of myosin filaments, sliding of filaments, disappearance of sarcomere. The answer is C, that is sliding of filaments. ATP is essential for key attachment only, detachment of myosin head, calcium storage only, actin. The answer is B, that is detachment of myosin head. Okay. Troponin in associated with troponin কিহৰ লগত associated? Thick filament, thin filament, tendon, sarcolemma. The answer is 19. B, that is thin filament. Okay. Now, tropomyosin normally covers active sites on actin, activates ATPase, breaks ATP, forms myosin head. Answer is A, that is covers active sites of actin. Okay. Now, 21 question. Cross bridge formation occurs between actin and calcium, myosin head and actin and tropomyosin and ATP, troponin and calcium. Answer to Kyobo. That is B, that is myosin head and actin. Now let's move to question number 22. Power stroke during contraction is associated with ATP synthesis, cooling of actin filament, calcium storage, relaxation only. কি হবা? The answer is B, that is cooling of actin filament. Next question. rigor mortis occurs due to excess ATP, lack of calcium, absence of ATP after death, and excess oxygen supply. Okay, question number 23, that is the absence of ATP after death. Okay, next question now. Muscle fatigue commonly results from accumulation of glycogen में lactic acid में calcium carbonate में creatine. क्या होगा? The answer is B, that is lactic acid. Okay, next question now. Red muscle fibers appear red due to high content of keratin ने myoglobin ने actin. কি হ'ব? The answer is B, that is myoglobin. Option number D আসলে option number D আসলে. Next, skeletal system is our topic. Okay, question number 26. है ना? So let's move on. Human skeletal system mainly consists of muscles and tendons, bones, cartilage and joints, neurons and bones and cartilage. The answer is muscles and tendons. है ना? तो पगला कैसे क्या? Bones, cartilage and joints. है ना? Skeletal system includes bones, cartilage, joints. So number of bones in adult human skeleton. This is homework. No answer for this. Okay. Now, axial skeleton mainly includes limbs only, shoulder and pelvic girdles only, skull, vertebral column and ribs, forelimbs only. What do you think? The answer is C, that is skull, vertebral column and ribs. Okay, next question. So, appendicular skeleton consists mainly of appendicular skeleton mainly consists of consists mainly of skull and ribs, hmm, limbs and girdles, vertebral column only, sternum and ribs. The answer is B, that is limbs and girdles. Yes. Skull bones are joined mainly by cartilaginous joints, fibrous joints, synovial joints, ball and socket joints. The answer is your fibrous joint. Okay, fibrous joint. Vertebral column in human consists of 26 vertebrae before fusion, 33 vertebrae before fusion, 12 vertebrae or 24 vertebrae only. The answer is B, that is 33 vertebrae before fusion. Okay. Now 32. Sternum is associated with pelvic girdle, vertebral column, rib cage, pectoral girdle only. The answer C, that is rib cage. Okay. Let's move to next question. Floating ribs are attached directly to sternum, indirectly to sternum, only to vertebral column, ne, to clavicle. The answer is C, there is only to vertebral column. Okay, so now pectoral girdle mainly consists of ilium and ischium, scapula and clavicle, femur and tibia, ne, radius and ulna. The answer is B, that is scapula and clavicle. Longest bone in human body. ক'বলৈ কিবা দৰকাৰে নাই, এইটো সম্ভৱ। মই তোমালোকক এনে কৈ দিছো থাই বোন হয়, থাই বোন, কিন্তু থাই বোনৰ আৰু এটা নাম আছে, কি হয় এইটো তোমালোকক কমেণ্ট ইয়াত চাই পিনি এনচাৰ কৰি দিবা। অ'কে, নেক্সট চাওঁ। Patella is present in patella. কি হ'ব? Patella is present in elbow ne, shoulder ne, knee ne, wrist. What do you think? The answer is C, that is knee. Okay. Human articulates with scapula at কি হ'ব? Plantar cavity, acetabulum, ne potiloid cavity, ne olecranon. क्या हो? The answer is A, that is granite cavity. Pelvic girdle is formed by fusion of femur, tibia, and fibula. Ne ilium, ischium, and pubis. Ne radius, ulna, and humerus. Ne scapula and clavicle. What do you think? The answer is B, that is ilium, ischium, and pubis. Next, acetabulum receives. Acetabulum में की receive करेगा? Humerus ने, femur ने, tibia ने, radius. Oh, wow, radius. Huh? Acetabulum receives head of femur to form hip joint. Okay. Acetabulum receives head of femur. কি করে? Head of femur to form hip joint. Okay. The joint হয় দেই। Cartilage differs from bone because cartilage is highly vascular, has abrasion canal, ne is non-vascular, ne contains osteons. The answer C, that is non-vascular. Now, joints and disorders. Hmm. Freely movable joints are fibrous joint, cartilaginous joint, ne synovial joints, ne shutters. What do you think? The answer is C, that is the synovial joints. Okay. Next now, ball and socket joint occurs in elbow, knee, shoulder, skull. এইটো এনচাৰ ক'ব লাগিব জানো বল এণ্ড স্পকেট একদম সৰু ক্লাছৰ পৰা আহে পঢ়ি আহা so this is homework okay next hinge joint is found in I think এইটো homework দিব লাগে হয়নে hinge joint এইটো homework সৰুৰ পৰা পঢ়ি আহিছো দেই this is homework pivot joint allows gliding movement rotational movement angular movement only no movement. The answer is B, that is rotational movement. Okay. Next, synovial fluid mainly functions in bone formation, reducing friction, calcium storage, RBC formation. Question number 45. The answer is B, that is reducing friction. Okay. Next again, okay, the rotational movement, it will be the answer C. মই বিয়ে কৈছিলো চাতে বাট পটকে কনফিউজ লাগিব বুলি সেইকাৰণে আৰু এবাৰ দেখাই দিছো the next question is for the arthritis mainly affect muscles joints tendons only ligaments only the answer is joints gout occurs due to deposition of কি হ'ব calcium oxalate uric and crystals cholesterol sodium the answer is uric acid crystals okay next question osteoporosis is characterized by increased bone density reduced bone mass muscle degeneration cartilage enlargement the answer is B that is reduced bone mass okay myasthenia gravis mainly affects bone marrow neuromuscular junction cartilage only tendon only the answer is B that is neuromuscular junction muscular dystrophy primarily involves degeneration of skeletal muscles joint inflammation bone softening cartilage calcification what do you think the answer is A that is degeneration of skeletal muscles and here our locomotion and MOV movement chapter এক হল ঠিক আছে so what's the surprise what is the surprise for next chapter next chapter to কি হয় জানানে that is the chemical control and coordination endocrine glands and hormones পৰা আমি এতিয়া আৰম্ভ কৰিয়ে দিম আৰু ন তোমালোকে ব্ৰেক ল'বা যদি লৈ লোৱা দেই কাৰণ চেপ্টাৰ একবাৰ ৰিভাইজ কৰিলে এইবোৰ কুৱেশ্যন প্ৰেক্টিছটো কৰিবলৈ আহিবা ওকে chemical messengers secreted directly into blood are called hormones হয় নাই endocrine glands are characterized by presence of ducts absence of ducts keratinized cells presence of cilia then there is absence of okay next study of endocrine glands and hormones is called endocrinology so hypothalamus mainly connects nervous system with hypothalamus nervous system কিহৰ লগত connect কৰা that is digestive system that is skeletal system that is endocrine system that is excretory system so এই চাৰিটা ভিতৰত শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো হৈছে that is endocrine system okay now next pituitary gland is located above cerebellum beneath hypothalamus inside thyroid near pancreas the answer is B that is beneath hypothalamus okay next question pituitary gland is attached to hypothalamus by corpus callosum, infundibulum, medulla, pineal stalk. The answer is infundibulum. Okay. Now next question number 7. Okay. Adenohypophysis refers to posterior pituitary, middle ear, anterior pituitary, thyroid gland. The answer is anterior pituitary. Growth hormone mainly stimulates urine formation, body growth, milk secretion, ovulation. What do you think? The answer is B, that is body growth. Okay. Now, question number 9. Hypersecretion of growth hormone during childhood causes dwarfism, uh, gigantism, cretinism, myxedema. The answer is B, that is gigantism. Okay. Next question number 10, that is prolactin mainly acts on kidney, mammary glands, liver, adrenal cortex. The answer is B, that is mammary glands. Hormone responsible for milk ejection is prolactin, oxytocin, ACTH, CSH. I think it is human reproduction already more polluted, so this is of one. Okay. Thyroid stimulating hormone acts as thyroid stimulating hormone acts as adrenal gland, the pancreas, the thyroid gland, the gonads. The answer is C, thyroid gland. Question number 13. ACTH mainly stimulates adrenal cortex, thyroid, the pancreas, the pineal gland. Pineal gland. The answer is A, that is adrenal cortex. Okay. FSH in females mainly stimulates ovulation, follicular growth, milk secretion, and implantation. Hmm? Pure. Okay, let's give this homework because it's already discussed in human reproduction. And I think তোমালোকে এইটো উত্তৰটো পাৰিবা যদি নোৱাৰা গুগল চাই ল'বা নহ'লে কিতাপ পঢ়িও দিব পাৰা okay now LH in males stimulates এইটো homework already discussed in human reproduction chapter. Okay, now next topic is thyroid and parathyroid glands. First question, that is thyroid gland is located above heart ne, around trachea ne, inside skull নে নিয়াৰ পেনক্ৰিয়াছ ভাবাচোন ক'ত হ'ব পাৰে থাইৰয়েড গ্লেণ্ড ক'ত থাকিব পাৰে ভাবাচোন এবভ হাৰ্ট নেকি হ'বই নোৱাৰে ইনচাইড স্কাল নেকি হ'বই নোৱাৰে নিয়াৰ পেনক্ৰিয়াছ নেকি নহয় that is around trachea. Okay, next question. Major thyroid hormones are cortisol and aldosterone ne thyroxine and triiodothyronine ne insulin and glucagon ne estrogen and progesterone. Yo, that is B, thyroxine and triiodothyronine. The thyroxine কি কোৱা হয় T4 and triiodothyronine को কোৱা হয় T3. Okay. Now iodine deficiency commonly causes কি হ'ব diabetes mellitus goiter নে Addison's disease নে acromegaly কোনটো হ'ব the answer is goiter. Okay, next question, that is question number 19 কি হ'ব thyroid hormones mainly regulate blood clotting, basal metabolic rate, digestion only, hearing. The answer is B, that is basal metabolic rate. Okay, next question. Question number 20. Calcitonin mainly helps in increasing blood calcium, decreasing blood calcium, increasing glucose, reducing potassium. The answer is B, that is decreasing blood calcium. Okay. Parathyroid hormone mainly decreases blood calcium, increases blood calcium, increases glucose, decreases sodium. The answer is B, that is increases blood calcium. Okay. Next topic, that is 22 question. Tetany commonly results from hypersecretion of PTH, hyposecretion of PTH, hyperglycemia, hypersecretion of insulin. The answer is B, that is hyposecretion of PTH. Okay. Next question, and the next topic of pancreas and adrenal glands. And our next question number will be 23. Endocrine part of pancreas consists of acini, islets, Langerhans, nephrons, follicles. কি হ'ব? 20 answer, that is B, that is islets of Langerhans. Beta cells of pancreas secrete glucagon insulin cortisol somatostatin. কি হ'ব? The answer is B, that is insulin. Insulin mainly lowers blood glucose by glycogen breakdown, increasing glucose uptake, protein digestion, fat oxidation only. The answer is B, that is increasing glucose uptake. Okay. Now next question is question number 26. That is alpha cells of pancreas secrete কি হ'ব? Insulin thyroxine glucagon aldosterone. The answer is C, that is glucagon. Glucagon mainly promotes glycogenesis glycogenolysis lipogenesis calcium deposition. The answer is B, that is glycogenolysis. Okay. Now question number 28. Diabetes mellitus commonly results from excess glucagon only, deficiency of insulin, excess thyroxine, deficiency of cortisol. The answer is B, that is deficiency of insulin. Okay. Next question. Adrenal glands are situated above kidneys, near thyroid, below liver, inside pancreas. The answer is above kidneys. Outer region of adrenal gland is here, medulla, cortex, pineal body, hypothalamus. কি হব? Hmm? The answer is B, that is cortex. Aldosterone mainly regulates calcium metabolism, sodium and potassium balance, blood clotting, growth of bones. The answer is B, that is sodium and potassium balance. Okay, next question now. Hmm. Cortisol mainly influences your carbohydrate metabolism, vision, hearing, meal section. The answer is A, that is carbohydrate metabolism. Okay, next question now. Adrenal medulla secretes thyroxine, catecholamines, insulin, estrogen. The answer is B. It is catecholamines. Yes, catecholamines. And hormone associated with emergency response is calcitonin, adrenaline, thyroxine, prolactin. The answer is B. That is adrenaline. Okay. The next topic, that is gonads and other endocrine glands. Okay. Next question is question number 35. That is testosterone is mainly secreted by Sertoli cells, Leydig cells, ovarian follicles, corpus luteum. This is homework. Human reproduction already discussed কৰা হৈছে. Maybe not in question, but তোমালোকে সেইটো পঢ়িবা and you have to tell me the answer. Okay. Estrogen mainly promotes spermatogenesis, female secondary sexual characters, glycogen breakdown, calcium excretion. What do you think? Estrogen mainly promotes estrogen কি promote করে? Hmm? That is female secondary sexual characters. Estrogen develops female secondary sexual characters. Okay. Next. Question number 37. Progesterone mainly helps in ovulation, maintenance of pregnancy, milk ejection, glycogenolysis. কি হব? এইটো তোমালোকে হোমৱৰ্ক দিবানে? মই কৈ দিছো। বহুতকেইটা হোমৱৰ্ক হৈ যাব ন? Maintenance of pregnancy. Okay, next question. Pineal gland secretes melatonin, thyroxine, glucagon, cortisol. The answer is it is melatonin. Melatonin mainly regulates blood sugar, circadian rhythm, calcium level, digestion. The answer is B, that is circadian rhythm. Okay, next question. That is 40. Thymus gland mainly helps in RCB formation, T lymphocyte maturation, insulin secretion, bile production. The answer is B, that is T lymphocyte maturation. Atrial, sorry, atrial net natriuretic factor. Atrial natriuretic factor is secreted by kidney, heart atria, liver, pituitary. The answer is B, that is heart atria. Erythropoietin mainly stimulates platelet formation, RBC production, WBC destruction, calcium absorption. The answer is B, that is RBC production, not RCB, not Royal Challengers Bangalore. Okay, it's RBC, red blood cells. Now, mechanism of hormone action. Hormone act on specific cells called stem cells, target cells, squamous cells, guard cell. The answer is B, that is target cells. Okay. Next, protein hormones generally act through intracellular receptors only, cell surface receptors, DNA directly, ribosomes only. The answer is B, that is pure cell surface receptors. Okay. Now, steroid hormones mainly act through membrane pores, intracellular receptors, lysosomes, and cellular receptors. The answer is B, that is intracellular receptors. Okay. Next question, that is CAMP mainly acts as hormone, second messenger, enzyme, pigment. The answer is second messenger. Receptors for peptide hormones are usually located inside nucleus, only plasma membrane, in mitochondria, in ribosomes. The answer is on plasma membrane. So, endocrine disorders. Next topic is endocrine disorders. Okay. So, hyposecretion of growth hormone during childhood causes gigantism, acromegaly, dwarfism, cretinism. The answer is C, that is dwarfism. Okay, next question. Excess secretion of thyroid hormones causes hypothyroidism, myxedema, hyperthyroidism, diabetes, insipidus. The answer is C, that is hypothyroidism. Addison's disease results from hyposecretion of কিহৰ কাৰণে? Thyroid gland নে adrenal cortex নে pancreas নে pituitary gland? The answer is B, that is adrenal cortex. And here our chemical control and coordination chapter শেষ হ'ল। ঠিক আছে? Now let's move on to next chapter, that is কি হ'ব? Neural control and coordination. Okay, now let's start neural control and coordination. প্ৰথম topic হ'ল neural system and neuron. The first question is rapid transmission of information in human body is mainly carried out by কোনে? Hormones ne, blood plasma ne, neuron ne, enzyme. The answer is C, that is neuron. Okay. A structural difference between axon and dendrite is that axon কি হ'ব? Always lacks cytoplasm ne, is usually single and longer, contains niçal granules throughout, may receive impulses only. The answer is B, that is usually single and longer. Okay, next. Niçal granules are present in axon because axon lacks mitochondria, mainly conduct impulses, is non-living, may contain cartilage. Here, the answer is B, mainly conduct impulses. Okay, question number 4. Multipolar neurons are commonly found in retina only, central nervous system, olfactory epithelium, netis. So the answer is CNS, central nervous system. Schwann cells mainly help in neurotransmitter synthesis, formation of myelin sheath, ne ATP hydrolysis, ne synaptic transmission. Okay, the answer is formation of myelin sheath. Okay, nodes of reindeer are physiologically important because they prevent depolarization, accelerated impulse conduction, stores neurotransmitters, may produce myelin. The answer is B, that is accelerate impulse conduction. Okay. White matter of brain appears white mainly due to dense blood supply, high lipid content in myelin, excess neuroglia, calcium deposition. The answer is B, that is lipid, high lipid content in myelin. Okay. Now question number 8, that is velocity of impulse transmission is maximum in fibers that are thin and non-myelinated, thin and myelinated, thin and branch, unmyelinated and branch. The answer is thin and thick and myelinated. Neuro Neuroglial cells differ from neurons because neuroglia conduct impulse faster, mainly provide support and insulation, generate action potential, may form synaptic vesicles. The answer is mainly provide support and insulation. Cell body of neuron mainly function cellatory conduction, metabolic regulation, myelin synthesis, synaptic delay. The answer is B, that is metabolic regulation. Okay, next question now. Dendrite conduct impulse away from cyton towards cyton, between muscles directly to flesh. The answer is towards cyton. Okay, myelin sheath in CNS is formed mainly by Schwann cells, astrocytes, oligodendrocytes, নে microglia, that is astrocytes. But সদায় B এ থাকিব নেকি answer? B. সদায় কি B B বুলি মই B দি যাম নেকি? The answer is C, that is microglia. Okay. C কৈ পিনে D কৰি দিছো. The answer is C, that is oligodendrocytes. Okay. So exoplasm refers to cytoplasm inside axon, fluid around neuron, cytoplasm of dendrite, matrix of myelin sheath. So যেনেকুৱা BBB আছিলে এটাও C হ'ব চাগে, C হৈ চাগে cytoplasm of dendrite. নহয়. The answer is A, that is cytoplasm inside axon. Okay. Now next topic, that is the nerve impulse and its conduction. So question number 14, be ready. Resting membrane potential is established mainly due to equal distribution of ions, differential ion permeability, protein digestion, neurotransmitter release. The answer is B, that is differential ion permeability. Okay. Membrane of resting neuron is more permeable to sodium ions, potassium ions, calcium ions, chloride ions only. The answer is potassium ions, K plus ions. Okay. During depolarization inward, fusion mainly involves potassium ions, sodium ions, calcium carbonate, proteins. The answer is sodium ions. Okay. Now, next question. Repolarization occurs mainly due to sodium influx, potassium efflux, calcium influx, chloride retention. The answer is potassium efflux. সঁচাকে বহুত হৈ গ'ল বি ন? কিন্তু এআইক মানে পিটিবলগীয়া হৈছে আৰু কুৱেশ্যনটো পাতিবলৈ এআইক ইউজ কৰোঁ, কিন্তু গোটেই সোপা মানে তোমাৰ বি কৰি থৈ দিছে। আই এম ভেৰি চৰি, অ'কে। ইয়াত মানে মেক্সিমাম বিয়ে আছে আৰু মে বি চেঞ্জ হ'ব পাৰে। চাই থাকা, এটা কুৱেশ্যন কৰি যাওঁ, নাযাওঁ। Sodium potassium pump directly requires oxygen only in ATP in carbon dioxide and neurotransmitter. What do you think? The answer is ATP. Action potential generated in neuron follows threshold law, all or none principle, the Mendelian principle, and osmotic principle. The answer is all or none principle. Conduction of impulse in myelinated nerve fiber is faster because axon diameter decreases. Impulse jumps between nodes. Synapse are absent. ATP is required. The answer is impulse jumps between nodes. Okay. Saltatory conduction mainly reduces synaptic vesicles, time of impulse conduction. Resting potential ने axonal proteins. The answer is B, that is time of impulse conduction. Oh my god, ইমান বি হৈ গৈছে অ'। কিন্তু গোটেইকেইটা বি বুল এনচাৰ ঠিকেইতো আছে ন, বাট তুমি আকৌ তোমালোকে আকৌ একদম মানে এজিউম কৰি নবা যে গোটেইকেইটা কুৱেশ্যন বি হ'ব। মাজতে ফটককে এ হৈ যাব, মাজতে ফটককে চি হৈ যাব, অথনি যেনেকুৱা হৈছিলে তেনেকুৱা টাইপৰ আহিব দেই কিন্তু। ঠিক আছে, তো নেক্সট, hyperpolarization of neuron occurs when sodium influx exceeds potassium influx, membrane becomes more negative than resting state, action potential stop permanently, in a synaptic vesicles rupture. The answer is B, that is membrane becomes more negative than resting state. Threshold potential represent maximum membrane potential, minimum stimulus required for action potential, resting condition of neuron may end up repolarization. The answer is B, that is minimum stimulus required for action potential. Continuous conduction is characteristic of myelinated fibers, non-myelinated fibers, synapses, no dendrites only. এইটো মই হোমৱৰ্কত দিছো, ঠিক আছে। Next, refractory period prevents saltatory conduction, immediate re-excitation of neuron, repolarization, neurotransmitter release. The answer is B, that is immediate re-excitation of neuron. ठीक बा? Okay, now next topic is synapse and synaptic transmission. Functional significance or synapse is mainly hormone secretion, directional transmission of impulse, ATP storage, myelin information. The answer is B, that is directional transmission of impulses. Synaptic vesicles mainly contain glycogen, neurotransmitters, calcium carbonate, DNA. The answer is B, that is neurotransmitters. Maybe এতিয়ালৈকে 15টা question B হ'ল নেকি? বাপৰে। Arrival of impulse at synaptic node causes opening of channels for sodium only, potassium only, calcium only, chloride only. Yaru, the answer is B. Right? No. Question is possible, but the answer is C, that is calcium ions. Okay. Next now, neurotransmitter release into synaptic cleft occurs through osmosis, active transfer only, exocytosis, filtration. Again, the answer is B. The answer is C, that is exocytosis. Okay. So next, chemical synaptic transmission is scheduled. Also, BBB হৈছে এটা CA হ'ব চাগে. The answer is C, that is non-specific. আৰু এইটো answer হয়ো ভুল হয়. The answer is B, that is unidirectional. Okay, that's all. Synaptic delay is mainly due to myelin breakdown, neurotransmitter release and diffusion, potassium deficiency, continuous conduction. Yo. So the answer is B, that is neurotransmitter release and diffusion. Okay. Now, electrical synapse conduct impulse rapidly because neurotransmitter are absent, cytoplasmic continuously exits, action potential is absent, calcium ions are absent. The answer is B, that is cytoplasmic continuity exits. Okay. Acetylcholine is removed rapidly from synaptic cleft mainly by answer to homework. Okay. Next question. CNS, central nervous system. Okay, let's go. Human brain is protected by external by pleura, pericardium, cranium, and meninx vertebrae. The answer is C, that is cranium and meninx. Okay, তাৰপিছত কি আছে? Cerebro. Oh, cerebro. Cerebro. Cerebrospinal fluid mainly functions in hormonal control, mechanical protection and transport, digestion, myelin formation. I am very sad to say that your answer to आपको B होगा, mechanical protection and transport. Largest integrating center of brain is cerebellum, medulla, cerebrum, pons. The answer is C, that is cerebellum. Okay. Corpus callosum is important because it regulates respiration, নে কি হব connect cerebral hemispheres, নে produces cerebrospinal fluid, নে control reflexes. The answer is B, that is connect cerebral hemisphere. or C আসলে না? Yes. Thalamus mainly acts as কি হবে? Thalamus mainly acts as respiratory center, relay station for sensory impulses, center for memory only, নে hormonal gland. Your answer, that is B, that is relay station for sensory impulses. Now, hypothalamus regulates voluntary movement only. Yo, voluntary movement only. Nay, homeostasis and autonomic functions. Hearing only. Nay, vision. The answer is B. Okay. Cerebrum is primarily associated with intelligence, coordination, and posture. Nay, temperature regulation. Nay, endocrine system. The answer is B. That is coordination and posture. Okay. Next question. Vital centers controlling respiration and cardiac activity are present in cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla oblongata, thalamus. The answer is B. Boli নাভাবিবা ইমানবাৰ B হলে সদায় D হ'ব বুলি কথা নাই। The answer is C, that is medulla oblongata. Okay. Gray matter contains mainly myelinated axons, neural cell bodies, cartilage cells, tendons. The answer is B, that is neuron cell bodies. Reflex action is advantageous because it requires conscious thinking, produces delayed response, provides rapid automatic response, and depends entirely on cerebrum. Here, the answer is C, that is provides rapid automatic responses. Now, receptor in reflex are mainly functions in impulse integration, detecting stimulus, response exclusion, neurotransmitter destruction. Here, the answer is B, that is detecting stimulus. Okay. Next topic, peripheral and automatic nervous system. Okay. Peripheral nervous system includes brain only, spinal cord only, cranial and spinal nerves, cerebrum only. The answer is C, that is cranial and spinal nerves. Somatic nervous system mainly controls involuntary organs, voluntary skeletal muscles, endocrine glands, the cardiac rhythm. The answer is voluntary skeletal muscles. Okay, automatic nervous system mainly regulates voluntary movement, internal visceral activities, bone growth, kinetic vessel. The answer is internal visceral activities. Okay, next question. Uh, Sympathetic nervous system generally prepares body for digestion and storage, fight or flight response, deep sleep, and muscle relaxation only. The answer is B, that is fight or flight response. Now, parasympathetic stimulation generally causes increased heart rate, pupil dilation, conservation of body energy, and increased body glucose. The answer is C, that is conservation of body energy. Sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems are functionally identical, antagonistic, independent of CNS, structurally absent in humans. The answer is B, that is antagonistic. Antagonistic. I think এইটো চেপ্টাৰ কৰাৰ পাছত তোমালোকক বি অপশ্যনৰ পৰা নফলত হৈ গৈছে নহয় জানো কাৰণ মেক্সিমাম এনচাৰ বি এনচাৰ আছিলে বাট যি হ'ল আমি আৰু এটা চেপ্টাৰ শেষ কৰিলো ডেট ইজ নিউৰেল কন্ট্ৰল এণ্ড কোঅৰ্ডিনেশ্যন কোৱেশ্যন পেপাৰ চ' দ্য নেক্সট চেপ্টাৰ কি হয় আমাৰ ৱাও ইণ্টাৰেষ্টিং চেপ্টাৰ কি হয় নেক্সট ইজ বডি ফ্লুইডছ এণ্ড চাৰ্কুলেশ্যন দ্য নেক্সট টপিক ইজ ব্লাড কম্পোজিশ্যন এণ্ড ফাংচন নহয় জানো So the plasma protein mainly responsible for maintaining osmotic balance are globulins, albumins, fibrinogens, agglutinins. Here, the answer is B, that is albumins. Okay. Serum differs from plasma. Here, serum differs from plasma because serum contain RBCs, lacks clotting factor, contains more factors, lacks antibodies. The answer is lacks clotting factor. Biconcave nature of RBCs mainly helps in increase ATP synthesis, faster coagulation, efficient gaseous exchange, antibody formation. The answer is efficient gaseous exchange. Okay. Next question. Mature mammalian erythrocytes lack nucleus mainly to increase hemoglobin content, may reduce membrane permeability, may increase phagocytosis, may reduce osmotic pressure. The answer is A, that is increase hemoglobin content. হয় স্যার এনেকুৱাহে অপশ্যন চাব লাগে অলপ ভাল লাগিব ন অকল বি আহি থাকিলে ভাল নালাগে হয় নাই So now next. Erythropoietin secretion increases mainly during hyperglycemia, low oxygen availability, increased plasma protein, hypertension. The answer is low oxygen availability. আকৌ বি আহি গ'ল হয়নে আকৌ বি আহি গ'ল Neutrophils are regarded as First line defenders because they produce antibodies, perform active phagocytosis, release hemoglobin, form protein factors. The answer is B, that is perform active phagocytosis. Okay. Eosinophils show marked increase during anemia, allergic reaction, blood clotting, hypertension. The answer is allergic reaction. Okay. Next one. Question number 8. Basophils participate in inflammatory reactions due to release of histamine and heparin, fibrin and thrombin, albumin and globulin, and hemoglobin and mm, bilirubin. The answer is A, that is histamine and heparin. Okay. Now, monocytes are functionally important because they can produce antibodies directly transform into macrophages, synthesize hemoglobin, initiate coagulation. The answer is transform into phago, sorry, macrophages. Okay. Fine. Monocytes differentiate into macrophages which perform phagocytosis. Fine. Significant decrease in platelet count would directly affect oxygen transport, immunity, blood clotting, osmoregulation. Okay, the answer is C, that is blood clotting. Okay. Now, thromboplastin released during clotting ultimately helps in conversion of fibrin into fibrinogen, prothrombin into thrombin, globulin into albumin, calcium into fibrin. The answer is B, that is prothrombin into thrombin. Vitamin K deficiency mainly interferes with RBC formation, synthesis of protein factors, oxygen transport, and antibody productions. The answer is B, that is synthesis of protein factors. Now, next up is blood group. ABO blood grouping depends upon plasma proteins, antigens of RBC membrane, platelet count, protein. So the answer is antigens of RBC membrane. Okay. Next is question number 14. That is, a person with blood group B possesses antigen A and antibody B, antigen B and antibody A. The answer is B. Okay. Agglutination during incompatible blood transfusion occurs due to interaction between the platelets and fibrin, antigens and antibodies, plasma and serum, hemoglobin and calcium. The answer is B, that is antigens and antibodies. Universal recipient in ABO blood grouping is, what do you think? Universal recipient কি হয়? O হয় না, A হয় না, B হয় না, AB. The answer is A, B, that is option number D. Finally, D আহিলে ও সাহাব, finally. D দিয়ে আমি লগাই দিছিল, হয় না? Next, question number 17. That is, RH incompatibility during pregnancy mainly affects mother platelets, fetal erythrocytes, maternal plasma proteins, umbilical artery. The answer is fetal erythrocytes. Erythroblastosis fertility is more likely during first RH plus child of RH mother, subsequent RH plus child of sensitized RH mother, RH child of RH plus mother, O group pregnancy only. The answer is C. Subsequent RH child of sensitized RH mother. Okay. Next topic: circulatory pathway and heart. Closed circulatory system is advantageous because allows it allows blood to directly pass tissues, maintains efficient pressure control flow, prevents capillary formation, eliminates tissue pressure. The answer is B, that is maintains efficient pressure control flow. Human heart is associated with pleura, peritoneum, pericardium, endocardium. The answer is C, that is pericardium. Okay, next. Myocardium is thicker in ventricles because ventricles receive blood from venous, pump blood with greater pressure, contains semilunar valves, prevent coagulation. The answer is B, that is pump blood with greater pressure. Chordae tendinae mainly prevent backflow through semilunar valves, inversion of AV valves, contraction of atria, blood clot formation. Here, the answer is B, that is inversion of AV valves. Pulmonary artery differ from most arteries because it carries oxygenated blood, mixed blood, deoxygenated blood, plasma only. The answer is deoxygenated blood. Okay. Now question number 24. Oxygenated blood from lungs directly enter right atrium, left ventricle, left atrium, right ventricle. The answer is C, that is left atrium. Okay. Now next question. That is question number 25. Bicuspid valve prevents backflow of blood from left ventricle to left atrium, right ventricle to right atrium, aorta to ventricle, and pulmonary artery to ventricle. So the answer is A, that is left ventricle to left atrium. Okay. Now question number 26. Semilunar valve opens when ventricular pressure
falls below atrial pressure, excess pressure in arteries equals venous pressure and it becomes zero. So the answer is excess pressure in arteries. Next question. If SA not act as a neutral pressure because it, the answer is you have to tell in homework. Okay. Now question number 28. Delay of every note is psychologically important because prevents ventricular systole, allows complete ventricular filling, stops atrial contraction, reduces heart rate from a answer B, that is allows complete ventricular filling. Okay. Purkinje fibers mainly help in homework. Now, cardiac muscles differ from skeletal muscles because cardiac muscles are multinucleated and voluntary, branch and involuntary, non-stated and voluntary, spindle cell and involuntary. The answer is B, that is branch and involuntary. Next topic is cardiac cycle and ECG. Okay, next question. During ventricular systole, AV valves remain open, blood enters atria from ventricles, ventricles pump blood into arteries, semilunar valve remain closed. Here go. The answer is C, that is ventricles pump blood into arteries. First heart sound love is mainly associated with closure of semilunar valves, AV valves, and pulmonary valves only. Ne, aortic valve only. The answer is AV valves. Dove sound is produced due to closure of due to closure of homework. ठीक है sir. Stroke volume represents total blood volume, blood pump per heartbeat, blood entering atria, and plasma volume only. The answer is B, that is blood pump per heartbeat. Cardiac output increases directly with increase in stroke volume and heart rate, blood viscosity only, plasma proteins only, and platelet count. That is A, that is stroke volume and heart rate. P wave in ECG represents ventricular depolarization, ventricular repolarization, atrial depolarization, and cardiac relaxation. The answer is C, that is atrial depolarization. QRS complex mainly represents atrial depolarization only, ventricular depolarization, above here से ventricular relaxation में ऐसे nodal delay. The answer is B, that is ventricular depolarization. Okay. Now, P wave generally indicates atrial systole, ventricular repolarization, atrial depolarization, valve closure. So the answer is B, that is ventricular repolarization. Okay, the next question is tachycardia refers to abnormally slow heartbeat, increased heart rate, absence of pulse, reduced cardiac output. The answer is increased heart rate. Hypertension directly refers to increased blood glucose, high atrial blood pressure, and low ventricle output and reduced pulse rate. The answer is B, that is high atrial blood pressure. Now, next topic is double circulation and lymph. Okay. Question number 41. Double circulation in humans mainly ensures mixing of blood in ventricles, efficient oxygen supply to tissues, absence of pulmonary circulation, and reduced blood pressure. The answer is B, is efficient oxygen supply to tissues. Hepatic portal vein carries blood from heart to liver, liver to intestine, intestine to liver, and kidney to liver. Here, the answer is C, that is intestine to liver. Coronary arteries are functionally important because they supply lungs, supply heart muscles, and drain deoxygenated blood only may connect vena cava and aorta. Coronary arteries are functionally important. क्यों important है? Because they supply oxygenated blood to heart muscle. है ना? Heart muscle की supply करे oxygen. ठीक है सर? ये মানে option টো অলপ গড়বড়ি আছে. Okay. The next question, that is question number 44. So reduced coronary blood supply may directly affect bone marrow, cardiac muscle, pulmonary veins, में blood test. The answer is B, is cardiac muscle. Lymph differ from blood because lymph contains abundant RBCs, contains very low plasma proteins, grows faster than blood, may contain hemoglobin. The answer is B, contains very low plasma proteins. Okay. Now, intestinal lacteals mainly help in transport of amino acids, glucose, absorb fats, and minerals. The answer is absorb fats. Now, tissue fluid is formed mainly due to osmosis into capillaries, filtration from blood capillaries, platelet aggregation, and venous constriction. So the answer is B, that is filtration from blood capillaries. Excess accumulation of tissue fluid results in anemia, edema, leukemia, polycythemia. क्या हुआ? The answer is C, that is, oh, sorry, C बोले B. The answer is B, that is edema. Okay. Next, lymphatic system contributes to immunity mainly through transport of erythrocytes, platelets, lymphocytes, and hemoglobin. The answer is C, that is lymphocyte. One major advantage of lymphatic circulation is that it pumps blood under high pressure, returns excess tissue fluid to bloodstream, replaces pulmonary circulation, and prevents venous return. What is the answer is B, that is returns excess tissue fluid to bloodstream. So yeah, our body fluids so hey body fluids and circulation. Okay, আমাৰ এই চেপ্টাৰ হ'ল and আমাৰ লাষ্ট চেপ্টাৰ বাকী আছে যাৰ পিছত হিউমেন ফিজিঅ ইউনিটো আমাৰ শেষ হৈ যাব। এইটো চেপ্টাৰ নাম আছে excretory products and their elimination. Okay. Excretory products and modes of excretion. Ureotelic animals primarily excrete. Ureotelic কি excrete কৰে? Urea. Okay. Conversion of ammonia into urea is physiologically advantageous because urea pure requires more water for elimination, is less toxic than ammonia, and it cannot diffuse into blood, and it increases osmotic pressure greatly. The answer is B, that is less toxic than ammonia. Okay. Next, ammonotelic animals generally require large amount of water because ammonia is highly insoluble, is highly toxic, and non-differentiated. So, question number homework for you. Now, uricotolic excretion is advantageous for terrestrial adaptation mainly because uric acid is highly toxic, water losses minimize, protein metabolism decreases, and blood pressure remains low. The answer is water losses minimized. Human beings are classified as ureotelic because nitrogen bases mainly eliminated uric acid, ammonia, and urea, and amino acids. The answer is C, that is urea. Liver contributes to excretion mainly by filter blood directly and converting ammonia into urea and producing erythropoietin and reabsorbing glucose. The answer is B, that is converting ammonia into urea. Human excretory system. Next topic. Okay. Yes, again, functional significance of kidneys mainly lies in their ability to ability to hmm, produce digestive enzyme, maintain internal fluid balance, synthesize hemoglobin, store biopigments. The answer is G, that is maintain internal fluid balance. Okay. Next question. Human kidneys are situated inside thoracic cavity in a retroperitoneal sorry, retroperitoneally in abdominal cavity within pelvic cavity only inside pericardium. The answer is B, that is retroperitoneally in abdominal cavity. Okay. Next, hilum of kidney is the region through which form of HW. Pen numbers. Renal cortex differs from medulla because cortex contains renal pyramids. A2O homework. Okay. Medullary pyramids mainly contain Malpighian corpuscles, collecting ducts and loops of Henle, Bowman's capsule only, glomeruli only. The answer is B, that is collecting ducts and loops of Henle. Okay. Now question number 12, that is minor calyces primarily receive urine from ureter, renal pelvis, renal papillae, and Bowman's. The answer is renal papillae. Okay. Next question. Structure and function of kidney. Neuron, alveolar, nephron, heparin. The answer is C, that is nephron. Malpighian body consists of loop of Henle and DCT, Bowman capsule and glomerulus collecting duct and PCT, PCT and GCT. Okay. Glomerulus is the unit of glomerulus unit or limb vessel capillaries nerve fibers collecting tip. Collecting the answer is B, that is capillaries. Okay. Next, Bowman's capsule mainly function is reabsorption, ultrafiltration, homosecretion, concentration. Easy question. Filtration pressure in glomerulus is high mainly because effect of aerial is wider, afferent arterial is wider than afferent arterial. Blood pressure, blood proteins are present And so blood proteins are absent, tubular pressure exceeds blood pressure. The answer is B. Afferent arteriole is wider than efferent arteriole. Okay. Next, juxtamedullary nephrons are more efficient in urine concentration because they possess short loop and long loop and a wider Bowman's capsule and reduce blood supply. The answer is long loop and lead. Next topic is urine formation. Okay. Alright. Initial filter formed in nephron is called plasma glomerular filtrate tissue fluid. The answer is glomerular filtrate. Ultrafiltration in glomerulus mainly depends upon active transport, hydrostatic blood pressure, osmosis only in a tubular system. The answer is hydrostatic blood pressure. Presence of glucose in glomerular glomerular filtrate is normal because glucose cannot enter nephron, is freely filtered, is synthesized in tubules, is secreted active. The answer is freely filtered. Okay. Now question number 22. That is, maximum reabsorption of glucose and amino acid occurs in leukophile distal convoluted tubule, proximal convoluted tubule, the PCT আর উপর to DCT হয়, correct in the answer is C, that is proximal convoluted tubule. Okay, next question, that is question number 23. PCT is highly suitable for reabsorption because its cell possesses thick keratin layer, brass border microvilli, cartilaginous fibers, and reduced mitochondria. The answer is brass border microvilli. Okay. Descending limbs of Descending limb of Henry's loop is mainly permeable to sodium chloride only, water, urea only, and glucose only. Homework. Ascending limbs of Henry is mainly helps in A2O. Homework. Countercurrent mechanism mainly helps in glomerular filtration, formation of concentrated urine, protein synthesis, RBC formation. A2O. Okay. Question number 27. Vasodilata contributes to urine concentration mainly by destroying toxins, maintaining medullary osmotic gradient, secreting glucose, and producing hormones. The answer is D, that is maintaining medullary osmotic gradient. Okay, next question. Tubular secretion helps in preventing filtration, eliminating ions and waste into filtrate, increasing plasma protein and strong urine. The answer is B, that is eliminating ion and wastage into filtrate. Tubular secretion of hydrogen ions is important for blood clotting, acid-base balance, oxygen transport, glucose metabolism. The answer is acid-base balance. Presence of significant protein in urine generally indicates efficient filtration, damage to filtration membrane, increased glucose reabsorption, and normal physiology. The answer is damage to filtration membrane. Okay. Our next topic is regulation of kidney function. ADH mainly increases glomerular filtration with water reabsorption in distal parts, sodium secretion and urea synthesis. The answer is B, water reabsorption in distal parts. Deficiency of ADH commonly leads to reduced urine output, excessive dilute urine, and increased glucose reabsorption and edema. The answer is B, that is excessive dilute urine. Okay. Now, aldosterone primarily promotes কি হব? Sodium reabsorption, glucose filtration, protein secretion, potassium conservation of filtrate. The answer is B, glucose filtration বুলি নাভাবিবা ইমান যদি B হয় সদায় B বুলি কথা নাই মই বাৰ কৈ আছো. The answer is A, that is sodium reabsorption. Okay. Juxtaglobular apparatus helps regulate body temperature, blood pressure, and GFR, RBC destruction, biosecurity, blood pressure, and GFR. এটা কৈছো শুনা, এটা কথা কৈছো মই যিটো এয়াত কুৱেশ্যন আনিছো তাতহে তোমাৰ অপশ্যনটো বি আহি আছে, কিন্তু এক্সামতো অকল বাৰ বি হ'ব বুলি গোটেইকেইটা মানে OMR টো বি 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 কৰি থৈ নাহিবা আকৌ দেই। অ'কে, নেক্সট চোৱা, renin released by GJ, juxtaglomerular apparatus, GJ full form হয়। So ultimately helps in lowering blood pressure, increasing blood pressure, decreasing sodium reabsorption, inhibiting aldosterone. The answer is B, that is increasing blood pressure. Okay, next question. Atrial natriuretic factor promotes sodium retention, increase water and sodium excretion, reduce urine formation, increase glucose reabsorption. The answer is B, that is increase water and sodium excretion. Next topic is micturition and kidney disorders. Micturition is initiated by liver contraction, stress receptors in urinary bladder, increase glomerular pressure, cardiac stimulation. এক ছেকেণ্ড মই এটা কামেই কৰি পেলাওঁ, কমচে কম ইমান বি আহিব নালাগে নহয়, হয় নাই? হয় নাই? এতিয়া কি কৰিম মই, এইটো চি হয়, এইটো বি হয়, ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে। এতিয়া উত্তৰটো কি হ'ব আমাৰ 37ৰ? কি হ'ব জানানে? Micturition is initiated by C, that is stress receptors in urinary bladder. कैसा लगा? ঠিকে আছিলে নে? এনেকে কৰো নেকি বাৰ বাৰ? নালাগে, দেৰি হ'ব ন, হয় নাই? So urinary bladder mainly stores urine temporarily because of transitional epithelium ne, cuboidal epithelium only ne, cartilage fibers ne, keratinized cells. কি হ'ব? The answer is A, that is transitional epithelium. Okay. Now dialysis is mainly required when kidney fails to promote hormones, filter metabolic wastes, and digest proteins produced by the answer is B, that is filter metabolic wastes. Well, next, hemodialysis removes wastes mainly through active transferrin selective diffusion across membrane, phagocytosis, and ultrasonation. The answer is D, selective diffusion across membrane. And the formation of kidney stones. X second, X second, X second. But calm down, really. Okay. Formation of kidney stones is commonly associated with excess plasma protein, crystallization of salt, and lack of nephrons, reduce urine storage. That is crystallization of salt. It is your answer. Okay. 41 or hoigol, now 42. Uremia refers to presence of glucose in urine, accumulation of urea in blood, absence of urine formation, excess RBC destruction. The answer is accumulation of urea in blood. Okay. Now next question is, uh, glycosuria generally indicates excess protein metabolism, presence of glucose in urine, deficiency of RBCs, increased sodium excretion. The answer is presence of glucose in urine. Okay. Now, inflammation of glomeruli mainly affects tubular secretion only, filtration efficiency, radius secretion, urine storage. The answer is filtration efficiency. Other excretory organs. Now, lungs contribute to excretion mainly by eliminating urea, uric acid, carbon dioxide, and water vapor, sodium chloride only, ammonia only. সবাই জানে। Sweat glands participate in excretion through removal of glucose, water, salts, and traces of urea and proteins only, bilirubin only. The answer is B, that is water, salts, and traces of urea. Liver assists excretion by eliminating bile pigments, oxygen, carbon dioxide only, sodium chloride only. The answer is A, that is bile pigments. Now, sebaceous glands. Sebaceous glands mainly excrete sebum, hemoglobin, uric acid, plasma proteins. The answer is A, that is sebum. Excessive dehydration would most likely increase dilute urine formation, ADH formation, GFR permanently, sodium loss only. The answer is ADH secretion. Right? Last question of human physiology. Last question of human physiology unit of class 11. That is, osmoregulation by kidneys is physiologically important because it maintains structural color of blood, water and ionic balance, bone marrow activity only, digestive enzyme secretion. The answer is water and ionic balance. And here our human physiology unit of class 11 is also finished. And এটা আমার বাকি আছে মাত্র diversity unit class 11 or biology পৰা class 12 গোটেইকেইটা unit হৈ গ'ল, class 11 সব unit হৈ গ'ল except diversity আৰু class 12 chemistry গোটেই সোপাই হৈ গ'ল আৰু physics দুটা ভিডিঅ অলৰেডি আউট হৈছে, তোমালোকে চাই ল'বা আৰু ইফালে physics কণ্টেণ্টটো আহিব। এণ্ড ইমানে তুমি সামৰিছোঁ। থেংক ইউ, নমস্কাৰ।